Let's go! I'm here, Ryan Dunne, big Michigan fan. That's why I got the helmet. It's taking off for right now. How you doing?
Doing well, man. Go blue. I love it.
Yeah. So you have your own podcast, One and Done. I looked at it. It's really, really good podcast. Do you want to tell everybody about it?
Sure. Yeah, it's a podcast that I've started actually for a few years now. I stopped doing it and got back to it. Just me talking sports, having guests on as far as sports writers, sports media personalities, or anybody really just talking sports, and it just brings a different perspective for the podcast and for listeners out there. And I have Twitter followers every Thursday. I've been doing a Twitter topic Thursday where I have people submit their topics and I go over them, give them shout outs and everything. So it's just something I love doing. Obviously I don't get paid to do it or anything at all, but it's been a heck of a ride. I just love doing it every day I can.
It's awesome for sure. I have my own podcast now. I'm kind of doing what you're doing it for fun, see where it goes, and go from there,
Absolutely. It's a good time, man. It really is. The more you do it, I mean, I don't get paid to do it, but it's just something I just love doing.
You want to tell me about yourself?
Yeah, I live in Gainesville, Florida, and I just currently have a job, which is whatever, but I enjoy telling people about what I do outside of work, my podcast and everything. But I was born in Michigan and I grew up there, lived there till I was like 9 years old, moved to Florida, moved to Georgia, and then back to Florida. So I lived in Florida most of my life, but I always support all my Michigan teams except for the Detroit Lions. I'm not a fan of them at all.
Yeah, so that was my favorite video. We're talking about the Detroit Lions, was talking bad about the Colts. I was watching that. That was funny. And Stafford can't win. He can't win with his own franchise, you were saying. And then they had the best wide receiver, Calvin Johnson. He couldn't do anything with the waste of the talent. That was an awesome video.
Yeah, that was so funny because the writer kept calling the Colts losers. And I was like, he was the Detroit Lions writer. I was like, how are you calling us losers? We've done more than you have.
They're wasting Matthew Stafford. It's a quarterback league, and you had one of the top 10, 15 quarterbacks in the league. You just wasted his talent. At least if you made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, he made the playoffs. Now he's in the Super Bowl, first year with a brand new team. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man. And what do you think about Harbaugh? You think he's going to leave Michigan or what?
It seems like it. And people go and get promoted. People want to go and, achieve greatness at their own level, what they feel is great. And Harbaugh wants to go to the NFL. Like he was in college, went to the NFL, it didn't work out, so he went back to college, and then he's back in the NFL. And I think he just feels NFL is for him. I just don't like the timing. I don't like the timing that we had finally an A+ season and he leaves. And the timing of us dealing with losing to Ohio State all these years, finally get a win, and he leaves. I just don't like the timing of it. I don't like that it happened this late. I don't like that the timing of not who knows where a coach is going to be like if he leaves. It's just timing for me. If he left, he left. And I just wish it would have been done sooner. But I get it. We had the playoffs and everything, so there's that. But timing, that's a big thing for me.
Yeah, that magical year. Why not continue? This is one of the best coaches. He has to. He built the program up. Why not stay? I don't know. He wants to leave. It makes no sense for me.
It doesn't. I don't know why. Again, I mean, and I think a big thing is the NIL, and then the players making money from their name, try and get the most money they can. I do think it's a little bit from the University of Michigan where they are saying, hey, we can't give you all the money you want. And I think that playing a factor. I think Harbaugh knows, so I can't achieve any more greatness because all the great players are going to go to the schools that are going to give the most money because we can't. So I think that's a factor. I don't think it's the only reason, but I do think that plays a factor. I do think deep down he loves Michigan, but it's like Minnesota. Minnesota sucks. Okay, it's cold. There's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Like, what is so good about the Minnesota Vikings? I just don't get it. I don't think it's one of the best jobs out there right now. I think it's one of the worst jobs in the NFL. But whatever, that's just his decision.
They just need a quarterback, man. And they'll be fine. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, they're good weapons. Just gotta find the right quarterback.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins is just that guy. He's just I always have a different tiers. Kirk Cousins is just like he's just there. He's not elite. He's not gonna carry you to the Super Bowl. He's not gonna put the team on your back. He's just there. And they need someone that's gonna be more than just there. They need someone that's actually going to take the Jefferson, Thielen, these two ballers at receiver to the next level. And he's just not that guy.
I'll have him any day than Daniel Jones. I'm a Giants fan, so I'd rather have him than Daniel Jones for sure.
Danny Dimes, he really he's a weird thing, man, because they want to build around him, but it's like they tried giving him pieces. He didn't look good. I don't know. I think the Giants, he made to move on. He's not really winning. He's just that's a big thing that you need for the Giants is a winner, and he's just not winning. Who knows? Maybe Daboll's new coach does something. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't see him as a winner.
For sure, they gotta draft a quarterback with some competition, like Ryan Fitzpatrick or somebody. For sure.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick could be good to bring in a good veteran presence for sure.
All right, man. This is what we came here for. Football. It's the big games, the 2 championship games. What do you want to start with?
We can start with the championship games, man. You pick. I'll roll with either one.
All right, let's go to the Chiefs-Bengals game, the overtime thriller. Got the better game first. What are your thoughts about that game?
A Kansas City collapse. The killer collapse by the Chiefs. It's literally a tale of two halves because 21-3 at one point, you just felt like Kansas City just gonna roll with it. And I tweeted this out before when it was 21-3 and Bengals had the ball before half. I said Cincinnati has to score a touchdown or this is gonna get out of hand. And they did. Made it 21-10, and that just brought momentum going forward. And so Kansas City could not handle it. It's just one of the biggest collapses I think we weren't expecting because you look at Kansas City like, wow, the offense, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, these guys, they're going to find a way to put up points. If they need to score points, they will. But they didn't. Like, it just felt like in the second half, they were too conservative. They were we don't want to try and go for the big play because we're going to make a mistake to give Cincinnati back in, but you kept giving them the ball back anyways. It was, and there was no injuries, right? There's no excuses like in the Super Bowl last year trying to say, oh, Mahomes is hurt, the offensive line is bagged up. No, you got outplayed in the second half. And I'm excited for Cincinnati. I was rooting for Cincinnati. I think a lot of people were rooting for Joe Burrow because he's just got like that swag, that chip on his shoulder, that personality that people are liking a lot. So I'm really hoping his success continues into next week or not next week, 2 weeks from now, a week and a half, depending on the time period.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Chiefs yet. Instead of the beginning, they were losing crazy games and everything else. It's not there yet. I wanted Buffalo to win. Because Ryan, it's the true New York team, man. There's only one. So I always tell everybody. So I was rooting for the Bills hard. They didn't plan out that way. Bengals knocked them out, which is good. But
yeah.
Couldn't get it done. They turnovers. They had a lot of turnovers. The interception. I feel like to close out the game, the Chiefs needed a field goal at halftime. They needed the field goal. That would have been putting up some points there. And interception Mahomes turns it to touchdown for Chase. Just big. That tied the game up. They had the 2-point conversion, tied it up, and then they traded field goals. McPherson had the field goal in the fourth quarter, and then Butker ties it up. And I said, like I wrote here, defense wins championships. Like fumble Mahomes, and then the interception of Mahomes. That's what prevailed. So the key interceptions, they needed it, and the key turnovers.
Yeah, and the coin toss that turned into the Kansas City favor, but not in the end, really. They won the coin toss, but couldn't win the game. That's what hurt Buffalo last week was a coin toss. Like when Kansas City won that coin toss, like I swear, if they win this game because of the coin toss, then something has to change. And I think something still has to change. Buffalo and Josh Allen should have been given a chance against Kansas City. I think they have to fix these rules. I've said this before. Both teams should get the ball, and there's especially when there's a duel like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. How do you not let Josh Allen get a ball in overtime? It's just not right. So I think they will make changes going forward. But yeah, definitely a lot of factors played into the Bengals coming back.
Tony Romo was jinxing it at the end. He's like, "This Bengals are in the Super Bowl. They win the Super Bowl." I'm like, "What is this?" Like my friend Greg in the game. Like, you can't be saying that. You can't be saying that. And then some turnover could change the game right there. I think it was poor officiating by him. He has to do a better job.
I agree. Yeah, and Tony Bro did bring up the point though. It said T. Higgins is the guy that has to have a big game. And he did. T. Higgins came up big in that game. A very key plays. It was great to see.
Yeah, for sure. So Rams 49ers. Another close game, but not as good as the Chiefs Bengals. Chiefs seem like better. What's your take on it?
So I talked about it as well. I'm going to talk about San Francisco and Jimmy Garoppolo because people want to attack Jimmy Garoppolo. People want to bring him down, say that he was the reason why they lost, and the interception. That last interception was like what, 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 10, something like that, and he throws it up. But if he doesn't throw, he's gonna get sacked. It's like 4th and 20 something, and he's probably not gonna complete it. That's just not many teams complete a 4th and 20. Yeah, and so it's like, I don't really care about the interception. It's just kind of like it's whatever. Like he's trying to make a play. He's desperate to get something, and it didn't work out at all. I don't know why San Francisco should. I don't think they should fully move off him, but they're going to. They're going to trade him away. They're going to. He wants to get traded to a contender. I just personally feel that when you have something and you're winning, like Jimmy Garoppolo, he's 31-14 as a starting quarterback for them as far as the regular season. So they win when he's there, and when he's not there, they suck. But overall, I mean, it worked. I mean, San Francisco showed the first 2 games of the season that they could beat the Rams and play head to head, and they showed in this game too. And I picked the Rams to win this game because I was thinking, I don't think Sean McVay can lose 3 times in a row to one team in one season. It just doesn't seem like it's going to work out, and it didn't. I mean, it did work out for him, where he got the win. And then I think we'll also just comment that Deebo Samuel is just really carried the team. Like offensively, it was Deebo Samuel was such a factor, and you find he's just one of those players that you make plays to get the ball to. Like you design plays anyways to get the ball to. San Francisco knows that they have a great gem in him and George Kittle. And if Trey Lance is the guy, which they have to roll at this point because you traded up to get Trey Lance, if he's the guy, he's going to have 2 fantastic weapons around him. And hopefully they bring in some more talent for San Francisco. And then for the Rams, Matt Stafford, I mean, I'm not a Lions fan, and Detroit fans want to try and own Matt Stafford. Like, cool, you can own him all you want, Detroit fans, but he's there because he's not in Detroit. He's in the Super Bowl because he's not in Detroit anymore. I'm happy for the guy because I know he has talent, and and him and Cooper Kupp, what a tandem. If Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady don't win the MVP, it has to automatically go to Cooper Kupp. He had a fantastic season that was record-breaking in every way, and I'm happy for the Rams, and that defense played good. When they had to step up, they played good in the end.
Sure. I give it credit to the Rams. They came back. I didn't think they're going to come back. I don't know about you, but I thought the 49ers had it. I wanted the 80 Super Bowl 49ers Bengals. So it would have been cool. I give credit to the Rams. Coming back, they're down 17-7 at one point. And Kittle had the touchdown, but he said Kupp had a big game with the two touchdowns, and then they tied it with the field goal, and then they took the lead with the field goal towards the end of the 4th quarter. So it's a great game all around. They come back. They came back when they needed to, and that's what happens with good teams. They come back.
Absolutely. No, you're right. And the great teams find a way to come back, and that's what happened with the Rams. They have the weapons. They got weapons at like all the right places: receiver, corner, defensive ends too, or defensive line. Like they got pieces almost at every level. And they brought back Eric Well from retirement. That dude, I'm surprised he played, but he played solid. He played solid football.
So I tell you, it's the Yankees of NFL. They're trading draft picks, trade number one prospects for to win now. Huh? So far, it's working out. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. No, I'm surprised I don't know when the next time they're gonna have a first round pick. It's like years from now, but good for them.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in Super Bowl. Hopefully they win. We'll see. Let me get your take.
Absolutely.
Bengals, Rams. What do you think the score is going to be? Who do you want to win, and who do you think's going to win?
I want Cincinnati to win because the state of Ohio needs it. You know, when you have a team like Ohio State that just had all these expectations and they couldn't live up to them, I'm just throwing shots at Ohio State. Then they can't live up to the expectations. You know, you just feel for the state of Ohio, like, man, if Michigan can at least make it to the playoffs, Ohio State, you know, maybe they deserve some kind of win. And Ohio State fans, really quick, stop trying to own Joe Burrow. He's an LSU Tiger, okay? Just because he graduated from Ohio State and he didn't do anything for you guys, you can't try and claim him when he's doing something great, okay? If I'm a betting man, I'm going to bet on the Rams. And I'm going to give a score. And I saw the over-under. The over-under is like 48.5. I'm taking the over. I just think there's going to be too many points in this game. But I'm going to take the Rams. It's going to be, I'm going to go 35-28. And I'm rooting for Cincinnati. I want to see Joe Burrow win. And I think Matt Stafford would obviously benefit from this game too. The biggest key is that defensive front for the Rams and that offensive line for the Bengals. My gosh, is that going to be a handful for the offensive line? Like against the Bills, against the Titans, that offensive line gave up 9 sacks to the Tennessee Titans. And some offensive line, I forgot who was like tweeting out, what about the offensive line play? It's like, dude, you played garbage against the Titans. You gave up 9 sacks just because you beat the Chiefs and you want to brag about the offensive line. Like Joe Burrow had, 2 or 3 plays where he basically broke off of a sack and got away. So if you're gonna have a poor performance against the Rams and Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and company, you're in for a long day. I do want Cincinnati to win, but it's gonna be tough with that defensive front for the Rams. But it's gonna be a good one, in my opinion. Again, 35-28 Rams.
Yeah, man, good score. I'm gonna say 24-17 Bengals. I like the Bengals.
Ooh.
I like the Bengals here, the underdog, even though the home field, like you mentioned, the home field, that's really key for the Rams.
Yeah, that's true.
They have to take advantage of it, like Tom Brady did last year. Have to take advantage of it. But I go with the Bengals. Joe Burrow's gonna have a monster game. He's gonna have a big year. And Greg, he called it. My co-host, he's like, the Bengals are gonna win for sure, and proving me wrong. So they're gonna prove me wrong again, even though I like the Rams, and I go with the Bengals. And plus, the owner looks like my grandfather, so let's Bengals.
All the reason right there. Yeah. Hey, and I'm again pulling for the Bengals. I really am. I really want them to win because the state of Ohio needs it. They need something.
Yeah, but the Cavs just won, man. The Cavs just won a championship. It's like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, but that's all Ohio has. They have Ohio State and the Cavs, but they've only done it with LeBron. LeBron's no longer there. The whole story there. Anyways, hopefully, I hope they can pull it off. It'd be great for them.
All right, we're going to everyone's favorite round. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Favorite TV show?
Man, you're gonna put me on the spot because there's so many shows. I have a lot. Let's just say The Office. The Office.
All right. Cool. Favorite movie?
Iron Man.
Nice. Favorite athlete of all time?
Athlete Peyton Manning.
Oh, nice. That's how you're a Colts fan, huh?
Oh yeah. I have a poster over here. You can't really see it. It shows 49 touchdown passes the year he had 49. That's useless now, but it shows all 49 touchdowns of who they threw it to. So, but yeah, huge Colts fan. And Peyton Manning was kind of the reason I got into football.
Is that your favorite team?
Yes. Favorite team. I don't know why. Well, actually, I do know why. Quick story with that. I was playing Madden 2003. My dad bought it for me when I was a kid. So I played it. I played with the Colts, watched them on TV, and it was kind of when I was really starting getting into football. And I watched Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison, Reggie Wayne, Edric James, all these guys, and I was like, this is my team. And I've stuck with them ever since. Through all the hard times, through the Andrew Luck retirement, through the horrible Carson Wentz, I'm still a Colts fan, no matter what.
That's awesome. What's your other teams?
For the other sports, basketball, NBA will be the Pistons. Again, suck. The Tigers, Detroit Tigers.
Oh boy.
Building, and hockey, Detroit Red Wings. So I'm almost like all Michigan fans, except for obviously Michigan State, all that, except for the Detroit Lions.
Right where to go. All of them has been losing. So the top of the Tigers do well, and the Red Wings, I like them. So hopefully they turn it up.
Hope so.
Favorite commercial?
Commercial. Wow. Can I say group of commercials? Because right now the progressive ones with like the homeowners are starting to act like their parents. They are, every time they're putting them on, they're knocking them out the park. So I'm gonna go with those commercials. There's quite a few out there, but those are like my favorite commercials. Every time I see them on, they just always give me like a smirk or make me laugh. Especially when the first time you see it, it's like really funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is really funny.
Or Smart Talk with John Krasinski and Chris Evans, like with the Hyundai commercial a couple years back.
Yeah, that was a good one. It's a good one for sure. Favorite cereal?
From being like going back to my kid roots, Fruity Pebbles.
Favorite ice cream, and what would you put on it?
Let's go. It's gonna be chocolate chip cookie dough. And I'll just put like just caramel, some fudge, like hot, I guess hot fudge,
Yeah,
and a little bit of sprinkles. Not a lot, just a little bit, just enough for a little texture.
and wrap off with everyone's favorite question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. Who's your celebrity crush?
Carrie Underwood, no hesitation. It's funny. My girlfriend's like, "Really, Carrie?" I go, "Yeah, Carrie Underwood. She knows it."
Right, it's Sunday Night Football. That's probably why you like her. Is that right?
Yeah. When she sees her on, she's like, "Oh, there's your crush." I go, "Yep," because hers is like Brad Pitt. But yeah, mine's Carrie Underwood.
I like the one before Carrie Underwood, Faith Hill. I don't know if you remember her. She's my crush.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, good crush to have for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Ryan, it's great for you to come on the show. I really appreciate you coming on. Is there anything you want to wrap off with?
And I just want to say thanks again, George. I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. It's been fun, and I just want to say, I hope everyone's staying safe, staying healthy. I know with everything going on right now, it's definitely it's kind of hard to stay healthy. But for those that are healthy, like I think you and myself right now, look like we're in good shape. Continue to be healthy and be blessed for what we have.
For sure. Where could people find you?
Find me on Twitter at Dunne Radio. Follow the show on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. I post some videos on YouTube as well, just some random thoughts I do. You were putting on one of my videos, which is great.
They're the best. YouTube is the best. You definitely check it out. The link's in the description. For sure.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, all those options, man. Wherever you can find a podcast, man, it's always appreciated.
This concludes our episode. I'll see you in a splash.